Unit 40. Listen to the passage and answer the questions. Laws have been made to stop bullies. Bullies are people who tease and threaten others. Drew Landry from Maine knows what it is like to be bullied. When Drew was in 6th grade, he was bullied by an 8th grader. It was hard to get through, Drew told Weekly Reader. With the help of his parents and school officials, the bullying stopped. Drew was not alone. Many kids were victims of bullying. That's why states across the country enacted anti-bullying laws. Enact means to sign into law. Some schools already had rules to stop bullying. However, many lawmakers felt those rules were not tough enough. A bully criticizes and upsets another person again and again. Many kids think of bullying as hitting or pushing. Sometimes it's like that, but bullying often takes the form of name-calling, teasing, and threatening. If you are being bullied, you can do something about it. Here are 3 tips from the National Center for School Safety. No, if you are being bullied, tell the bully in a firm voice that you don't like what he or she is doing. Go, walk away quickly. Tell, find an adult right away and tell the adult what happened.
Derslik PDF Office.
Unit 43. Listen to the passage and answer the questions. Harvard University is a private university in the United States of America with about 19,800 students. Harvard was started on September 8, 1636, and it is the oldest university in the United States. It was named for its first supporter, John Harvard. It is the United States' oldest institution of higher learning. 8 presidents of the United States have graduated from Harvard College and schools. Harvard is on the Charles River. On the other side of the Charles River is the city of Boston. Some of Harvard graduate schools are in Boston, but most of Harvard schools are in Cambridge. Together, these schools are Harvard University. The school color is crimson, which is a dark red color. Harvard University is a perfect university in teaching, learning, and researching. The university is also developing leaders who make a difference globally. Nowadays, there are more than 360,000 students around the world graduated from Harvard University.
Derslik PDF Office.
Unit 46. Listen to the passage and answer the questions. J.K. Rowling is a British author who is famous for writing the Harry Potter books. Rowling was working as a secretary for a human rights organization called Amnesty International when she thought of the idea for the Harry Potter books. She thought of the idea for the books while she sat on a train from Manchester to London in 1990. 5 years later, she had finished the first book called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. This book was first published in 1997 by a small publishing house called Bloomsbury. The company printed only 1,000 copies and 500 of them were sent to libraries. This won an award of the British Book Award for the Children's Book of the Year. The people who bought one of these original copies now have a very valuable book. These copies are now worth between $25,000 and $40,000. J.K. Rowling wrote 6 other Harry Potter books. The final one is called Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This was published in 2007. These books have become popular all over the world. They have won many awards and sold hundreds of millions of copies.
Derslik PDF Office.
Unit 49.
Listen to the passage and answer the questions. Denmark is one of the most bicycle-friendly countries in the world. Roughly 40% of the people in its capital, Copenhagen, commute to school or work by bicycle. First of all, the government is worried about pollution. Cars pollute the air, and the number of cars is growing. Denmark has a very high tax on cars because the government wants more people to ride bikes instead. Another reason for the popularity of bicycle is that Denmark is a very flat country. The highest place in the country is only 170 meters, so it is a very easy place to ride a bike. In Copenhagen, there are also special lanes just for cyclists. Cars must stop when a bike is crossing the road. Some places have special traffic lights to tell drivers that bikes are going to cross the road. About 20% of people in nearby towns commute to Copenhagen on their bikes. But Denmark wants to double this number. The government is planning to build bicycle superhighways. These roads will only be for cyclists. Cyclists will have special places on these highways to stop and rest or put air in their tires. With these bicycle superhighways, Copenhagen may become the most bicycle-friendly city in the world. Many other cities, such as New York, London, and Guangzhou, China, are thinking about copying its plans.
Derslik PDF Office.
Unit 52. Listen to the passage and answer the questions. In the 1980s, the remote control ruled American culture. Although remote controls had been invented many years before, they were not well known because they were expensive and used sounds to transmit commands to the television sets. However, as remote control technology improved by the late 1970s, they became cheaper to make and more reliable. The widespread use of the remote control changed the way that people watch television. Before the remote control was popular, most TV viewers watched the television show patiently and rarely changed channels. When every house had a remote control, people liked the channel surf. They were interested in changing channels quickly and scanning to find exciting programs. Because of channel surfers, many television stations had to change their television shows to be more exciting. By doing this, they wanted to make viewers' attention for as long as possible. As a result, the early to mid-1980s saw the rise of action-oriented television shows. Today, the remote control is one of the household things at home.
Derslik PDF Office.
Unit 55. Listen to the passage and answer the questions. Bali is a beautiful tropical island in the country of Indonesia. It's located between the islands of Java and Lombok, and it's a tourist destination for people around the world. Surfers and non-surfers alike have been drawn to Bali to experience its beautiful beaches, interesting culture, and gorgeous landscapes. Especially popular with tourists is Kuta Beach. On the southern coast of Bali, Kuta is a long, golden beach with many resorts. Unlike most of Indonesia, Bali's population is majority Hindu. There are many wonderful old stone temples in Bali. These temples, along with other cultural performances and ceremonies, are big attractions for tourists. Bali has great weather. It's usually hot and sunny. This makes it easy for people to enjoy sports like surfing, swimming, and hiking. Sadly, some unfortunate events have occurred in Bali in the near past. In 2005, terrorists bombed a popular hotel and nightclub, killing hundreds of people. Despite this, Bali's reputation as a tropical paradise has not been ruined, and people from around the world go there every year to experience the beach and unique culture. Bali is truly a sparkling jewel of Indonesia.